making your way place. Just make sure whatever place you find is yours, is your own. Your body position is as unique as you are. No two people fall in alignment exactly the same. No two people experience sound exactly the same, or sight, or breath. Billions of people, and so many perceptions, experiences, and energies running through the world, and yet you sit here with your own, completely absorbed in the presence of your own physical body, your own breath, your only sense of touch. Become aware of the unique structure of all of the bones in your body. And then become aware of your unique structure of all of your joints in your body. Shoulder joints, elbow joints, wrists, the ball and socket found at the hip, the hinge at the knee, the ankle, all the fingers, all the toes. Become aware of your muscle structure. Not just the big muscles, but see if you can zoom in to every little muscle fiber. And maybe even the space in between them. Become aware of your circulatory system. See if you can follow one little vessel of blood from the heart around the body, the journey that it goes on, down one arm, back up, down the side of the body, back up the inside of that leg, down the inside of the next leg, up the other side of the body, down that arm, back up, around the head, and back to the heart. How about the breath? Can you find just one little part of your breath that you can follow from the tip of the nose all the way in the body, journeying, and then back out of the body again. Thinking of the journey that that breath has been on. Thinking of the time that the breath has been here longer than you. Do we breathe the same air as our ancestors? And then thinking of the vibration, the aliveness of the body, even though we hold very, very still. The mass within the space between the ears, the hollow of the throat, the space at the chest cavity, the solar plexus, the navel center, the space between the hips and at the pelvic floor. And the vibration vibrating out from each of that space, out of the left side body, out of the right side body surrounding us. How our vibration connects with the quantum field, with the cosmos? Can our ancestors feel our vibrations? Can people across the world feel our vibrations? Can you attune to the uniqueness of your own vibration, your own energy, and allow the sounds to wash over you? finding the unique way that you would visualize a tree. Let the tree grow any way you see it. The first thing that comes to you is always the right one. Notice the location of the tree, the color of the sky that surrounds it, objects of afar and objects near your tree. Become aware of its roots, its trunk, how many branches, the leaves, texture and color. Become aware of the tones of the colors. Begin to approach your tree more closely. Notice how your energy shifts. Does the tree's energy shift also? As you walk up to your unique tree, put your hand on the trunk and notice the texture of the bark. Begin to pick at this bark and scratch at it lightly. See if there's any that is willing to just brush off of the tree. Maybe you want to take your hand and wash it past the trunk of the tree to see if large chunks come off easily. Maybe there's a part of the bark that's a little harder to break away, but you decide to put the effort in anyway. Spend just a couple minutes here pulling the dead bark off of your tree. As you pull the bark off, you don't feel guilty. You've helped the tree shed. You've given the youthful parts opportunity for air and light. And the heavy, dead bark has fallen to the ground. And you know in your heart of hearts it'll become soil and nourish the tree. Visualize your breath being the air the tree breathes, and find a few meaningful breaths here as you give and take. Decide to remember this moment with your tree and decide what it's going to mean for you off of your yoga mat. And then bring your awareness back to the room for a slow awakening. Back to your physical presence and your body, the four corners of your yoga mat. Think of how you move as this revised person, this lighter person. And then begin to bring this practice into life by inviting some slight movement into the fingers and toes. A slow awakening, moving as this new person as you roll your ankles and wrist, and begin to rock your head from side to side. Finding a deep inhale, maybe you bring the hands up over top of the head for a big full body stretch. Pulling the knees in one final time, capturing the shins, and finding a gentle and nurturing rock side to side. Remembering we are born again anytime we choose to be. Rocking over gently to your left side and pausing there for a moment while you choose how you want to be born again, how you want to be rebirthed into the world. Deciding what parts of class or meditation you wanted to take with you in your heart, off your mat, and into the world. And what you would like to leave right here on the floor to Mother Earth. Knowing that she will turn it into nutrient-rich soil and back to good.